Hello children. How are you all?
Let us begin our session, Literacy for All.
Hello everyone. I am Rotaract from Rotaract Club of VIT. We, along with Rotary Club of Vellore Presidency, present you Literacy for All. The topic for today is singular and plural. Singular means only one. Plural means two or more, or in other words, more than one. Rules for spelling plural nouns or changing singular plural are based on the letters at the end of the word. Rule number 1. For most nouns, it states add s to form the plural. For example, cat becomes cats, truck becomes trucks, bug becomes bugs, boat becomes boats, river becomes rivers. Rule number 2. Nouns that end in s, sh, x, ch or z. It states add es to form the plural. For words that end in z, add an extra z before the es. For example, bus becomes buses, fox becomes foxes, pitch becomes pitches, quiz becomes quizzes. Do the rest of the examples on your own. Rule number 3. Nouns ending in f or fe. It states that for nouns ending in f or fe, just add s. Sometimes it's necessary to change f to a v. In that case, always end the word with es. For example, roof becomes roofs, safe becomes safes, shelf becomes shelves, and wife becomes wives. Rule number 4. Nouns that end in vowel plus y. It states to add s to form the plural. For example, donkey becomes donkeys and highway becomes highways. Rule number 5. Nouns that end in vowel plus o. It states to add s to form the plural. For example, Oreo becomes Oreos and scenario becomes scenarios. Rule number 6. Nouns that end in consonant plus y. It states that we should change y to an I and add es to form the plural. For example, family becomes families, trophy becomes trophies, penny becomes pennies. Do the rest of the examples on your own. Rule number 7. Nouns that end in consonant plus o. Usually, the rule states that we add es except for musical terms. For example, potato becomes potatoes, piano becomes pianos. Do the rest of the examples on your own. Rule number 8. Irregular nouns. Irregular nouns form plurals in unusual ways. For example, person becomes people, ox becomes oxen, man becomes men, woman becomes women, mouse becomes mice, goose becomes geese, foot becomes feet, child becomes children, and tooth becomes teeth. Rule number 9. Nouns that are words from foreign languages. It states to simply add s. For example, taco becomes tacos, kimono becomes kimonos, area becomes areas. Rule number 10. Words that are proper nouns. It states to simply add s. For example, Eskimo becomes Eskimos. Rule number 11. Words that are short forms of longer words. The rule states to simply add s. For example, photo, which is short for photograph, becomes photos. Kilo, which is short for kilograms, becomes kilos. And memo, which is short for memorandum, becomes memos. Rule number 12. Words that are musical terms or proper nouns that end in S. The rule states to simply add es. For example, chorus becomes choruses and Jonas becomes Jonases. Rule number 13 and the last rule. Nouns with the same singular and plural form. For example, aircraft remains aircraft, deer remains deer, hovercraft remains hovercraft, species remains species, fish remains fish, sheep remains sheep. Do the rest of the examples on your own. Thank you. That is it for today's lesson.